What's up everybody, Silver here with another Halo Master Chief Collection Achievement Guide. This time we're doing Emergency Shutdown, which is in Halo 4, beat the par score on the level Shutdown. So this level, if you don't know, is extremely easy. We only have to fight our way through one room really. There's a huge glitch and it's very easy to do. And we're going to get a bunch of points really quickly in our Pelican, and then we are going to just, go all the way to the end very quickly. So stick around for that glitch. It's not really a glitch, it's more of a just going straight to the end of the level, frankly. So we'll see how we get there in a second, but first you want to just grab a DMR off the Pelican, and then we are going to get in it, and we are set for takeoff. Here we go. First time ever in a Halo game where we are allowed to pilot a Pelican without any glitches. There are some instances in previous Halo games where you could glitch your way into Pelicans and fly them around, but this is legit. So here we go. We are out of our launch tube or whatever it is, and we are going to go to the right nav point. There are two that pop up. The one on the right is actually towards the left. They're both on the left. We're going to go to the one that is visible on my screen right now. So we're going straight at it right now. There's actually a secondary firing option on your Pelican. You could actually fire a Spartan laser out of the nose of your Pelican if you switch the weapons. It's like switching weapons in a Banshee in previous Halo games. You just hit the Y button. It's the Y button for me. It might be something different if you have a different control scheme. But if not, if you don't want to, you could just use the chain gun if you really want to. The Spartan laser is way more effective at taking these guys out, though. So I'm just taking out all of these Pelicans, and these Pelicans are not Pelicans, the equivalent of Pelicans for the Covenant, the Phantoms. I'm going to take out all of these Phantoms, and just these Phantoms alone are going to give me all the points I need to get this achievement, and then we're just going to rush to the end real quick. So this video is about 10 minutes. You could definitely speedrun this level and do it in much less than 10 minutes, but I decided to, take it a little bit slow and steady. So we're just taking our time here, kind of staying back. We don't need to get in close to these Phantoms. Obviously, we could take them out just fine from right here, and they can't really shoot us from all the way back here. So this is a perfect spot. The par score for this level is 25,000 points, so we're easily going to get that, especially with the time bonus. What the time bonus does and how it works is if you get the par time, you will get the maximum time bonus, the time multiplier of 3. So if we finish for 20,000 points, for example, and we finish the par time, we'll get 3 times that 20,000 that we finished with, so that's 60,000. So the par time, I believe, is 20 minutes for this level, which is silly because of this glitch. So you can see I killed all those not Pelicans, I keep saying Pelicans. I killed all those Phantoms with my Pelican, and we're just going to wrap around, and we're going to go to this floating thingamabob, tower, whatever it is, and you could actually go in here without having to go through the first 2 sections. So you can see here, this is where it all folds out and allows you to get in here easily, but it actually all is spawned already here. It's just not, folding out for you and forming a nice little platform for you to land on. But you could, in fact, wedge your way in here. It's a lot easier than it looks. It looks like you're barely going to be able to fit in there, but there's actually a lot of space for you to maneuver and squeeze your way in there. Squeeze is an overstatement. You're basically just flying in there fairly easily. So we jetpack up and into here with the jetpack we picked up right in the beginning of the level, and we are going to go into this tower. We skip the first 2 towers, which can take a long time, and it's fairly challenging. These guys up here are only Covenant, so we don't have to fight any Prometheans like we would if we had to go through the first 2 towers. Ain't nobody got time for that, so we're just going to go up into this area. This is the only room where we have to fight people. There is a way to skip this room as well, but it's much more difficult and it takes more time and practice. So we're not going to do that because for the purposes of this achievement, it's just frankly too much. It's overkill. So might as well get some more points anyway. We got plenty from the Pelicans, the Phantoms. The Phantoms gave us all the points we need, and now we can get a couple more points here and there, but we don't really need to, but I do recommend clearing out the room anyway. Just take it nice and slow. The turret on the right, you can see I'm looking at right now, has a grunt on it right from the start. So I would take him out fairly quickly because he is one of the biggest threats, obviously, on the stationary turret right there. And there's another one on the left you can see I'm shooting at now. And as you shoot these grunts off the turrets, they will actually be replaced by other grunts who are in the area. They're kind of drawn to the turret, so that's a good way to kind of easily shoot people in the face, because obviously if they're just stationary standing there, they're pretty easy to shoot. So just continue to do that, and they actually are a very good way to kill the elites, because the elites tend to gravitate towards getting on the turrets as well once they are empty, like you see right here. And that way you could just shoot the guy in the face willy-nilly and just put yourself in a position where he can't shoot you, but you could shoot him, like this position right here. And we're eventually going to headshot him. There we go. So that's an easy way to deal with the elites that are in this room. The other elite in this run-through ran away, so he didn't get on the turret to the right, but that's alright. We'll deal with him in a different way, like we deal with most elites, by noob comboing them. And if you don't know what that term is or what the strategy is, it is basically just grabbing a plasma pistol, overcharging it, and then shooting it at the elite. And what that does is it drains the entire shield of the elite, and that way it leaves them susceptible to a headshot weapon. So you just switch to a DMR or a carbine or a battle rifle or a light rifle, anything that's a headshot weapon, a precision weapon, and you just shoot them once in the face and they are dead. So it's a very quick and easy way to take out elites, brutes that are not in this game. It's a good way to take out Promethean Knights as well. So just all-around effective use of the plasma pistol. So we are just taking out these people slowly and surely. Obviously just headshot all the grunts because they have no shield or anything protecting them. Obviously the jackals have that shield, but just shoot them in that notch and it will get them to expose their head, and then you could headshot them. And the elites, like we mentioned, we could just always noob combo, like we're about to do here. Overcharged plasma pistol and then headshot for the kill. Very quick and easy, especially when they're throwing grenades at you. They're very easy to shoot because obviously not going to dodge out of the way when they're throwing grenades. They are more likely to throw grenades right now because I have the catch skull on along with two other skulls, Tough Luck and Thunderstorm. So I just have those skulls on to increase the points. Obviously most skulls make the game harder, so it increases the score multiplier as well, so that's beneficial for score, even though it makes the game a little bit more difficult. So I'm running back to look for a crate of fuel rod guns. I am missing it. There it is. It's right here. Got it. Don't worry about it. There's 15, or 20 rounds I should say. There's 15 in reserve, and you have 5 that are already in the gun, so you have 20 shots with a fuel rod gun, which should be plenty to take out these hunters at the end of the room. Down there is one of the terminals in that area on that little island. So go down there and check out my channel for additional guides on terminals and skull locations and any collectibles you need, or basically just any achievements that you need in Halo Master Chief Collection and all the other Halo games. But here we go. We're taking out these hunters, and whoa, stuck that guy. He charged at me with the stick on him still, so that's not cool. But fortunately he didn't really get close enough to me to do any serious damage. Nothing my shield couldn't recover from. So we're just going to fuel rod both these guys. You can see they went down after a few magazines, or whatever you would call these fuel rods. They're not really a magazine. It's more like a gigantic clump of fuel rod you just shove in the back of the gun. I don't know what you would call it. But anyway, we go up the elevator here, and we are going to grab a fresh plasma pistol out of this crate. You could also grab more carbine ammo if you need a headshot weapon, and we're just going to noob combo this elite. So do that, and we're going to get in this Banshee eventually, but we're going to take out that turret guy, and be aware that another guy could get into that turret once you kill that grunt. So he probably will do that in a little bit, but we're going to wait for this Banshee to kind of get close to us, and we're going to noob him, and that stuns him, and it falls down, and hopefully it falls far enough where it explodes before he regains control of the Banshee. And that was the case this time around, so that's good. And we're just going to slowly thin this area out. You can see someone else got on that turret I was talking about, and I'm going to try to noob that Banshee, but it did not work. But we're going to headshot that turret guy again. And we're looking at the skies. Looks good. There's nobody near us. So there are still a couple Banshees in the area, but it looks good right now in our immediate area. So we're just going to get in the Banshee and sprint to the end here. And we're going to want to bail on the top and then just drop down to the left. So we bail about here. We're on top of the area. We got to drop down to the doorway here, and we're just going to sprint in here. And this is a very quick way to get through this area. It may take a little bit of practice. You could just slowly and surely fight your way through this area if you're more comfortable with that strategy. Obviously, it's more safe and probably takes a little bit less practice if you're fairly good at just killing the enemies and fighting in general. So that is the end of the level. You just put Cortana in the pedestal and then take her out when she says to, and just jump out once the window opens. And that is it, guys. Thank you very much for watching. Click like and subscribe. Leave a comment. Follow me on Twitter at HaloCompletion and on Twitch at SilverScorpion4. And I will see you later for more Halo achievements.